Yes, sometimes I do smack people. Not as much now.
I love you so much.
Not as much now because I'm more grown. I'm Saaphyri. And I say that most people know me from reality shows, the winner of Charm School, Flavor of Love 2, and of course, Lip Chat. And I would say the thing I love about me most is to be able to go with the flow, to kind of like go with the waves. You know what I'm saying? Just like never drown, always stay up, and be happy. Be happy and have faith in life and have faith in myself and faith in y'all too.
You too. Listen, I think
optimism is my favorite thing about me.
So what do you feel like, did you learn anything in Charm School that you still use?
I learned some etiquette. Do I still use it? I don't know. Because I don't really eat escargot, so I haven't had a chance to use that skill. You know what I'm saying? So I think one of the most important things I learned about Charm School is tenacity and to just keep going. Like when things look bleak, just keep going. So I think that's something that anybody that wants to be charming, you should know, tenacity, because everything might not be there right then and there, or you might not see it coming to your favor. But if you just keep going at one foot after another, it'll get you there.
Oh, girl. Can you tell us about a time for yourself where you really had to dig into your own tenacity to keep moving and to keep pushing forward?
Girl, all the time. All the time. I would
say, this year.
Girl, everybody is doing it. I applaud everybody that survived in 2020, okay? 2020 has taught you basic vision. You see everything clearly. And with that being said, you better put one foot in front of the other or 2020 is going to wipe you out. Out. But I would say one thing about me and tenacity would have to be just, in life in general, I'm always the optimistic person. I'm very optimistic. It's like, I don't care if it's dark. I'm like, the light's coming. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right.
I know it's going to come. You know what I'm saying? So I would say one thing with me with tenacity would have to be just like in my life, per se, is like the whole thing that happened with my father. When my father passed away and stuff, and we had to go through the whole probate and the being stripped of our inheritance and all of that, and thinking that, because when you have something set in place, you think that that's going to be your foundation. And then you realize, no, I don't have no foundation no more. I got to start all the way over. So I think that's one thing that I'm grateful for in a way, because it taught me that I could do it on my own. Because I thought, in my life, I was like, oh, he's going to put it here and I'm just going to kind of bounce off of that. But with it being taken away, it was like, oh, shoot, you got to get out here and do things for yourself. So I think that's one thing that really taught me a lot of tenacity, not to kill people, not to, what I'm saying, try to hire an assassin, because when people are robbing you, and then you see them on TV, that's a lot of restraint. Girl. That's a lot of restraint. I just say it like that. Yeah.
She said,
I don't know if you heard about that, but it was like, it was a big deal. It was like the lawyer who basically robbed our family. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you this story too about how God be working. The lawyer's name was Mr. Llewellyn, and he was crooked, very crooked. You know what I'm saying? So he basically got our inheritance away from us, took the money. His daughter was on a show called Blood, Sweat, and Heels, and she passed away, right? So I had made a post like about it, because I had spoke to her before she passed, and I was like, yo, your father is like janky, this, that, so on, and she just kind of shoved it off. But when she passed, I made a post about it. So not to defame her character, but at the time when all this happened, she was working at his law office. So it's like we knew each other. You know what I'm saying? So the trip part about the whole situation was I was at the courthouse in LA having to handle some things for my daughter, her conservatorship for my daughter. Now, who did I run into? Larry Llewellyn, the attorney, right? So I was like, I was like, hey, Larry, I said, you remember me? And he was like, no. I was like, oh. And I told him. He's like, oh, yeah. So we actually sat down and talked and were able to put all that behind us. He actually helped me where I didn't have to spend thousands of dollars on my daughter's conservatorship. So
wow.
it was like a full circle. And he was like, he apologized. I needed that in my life. I needed that apology because I was
very
holding.
rare.
Oh, very, very. So it was like he had heard about when I made that post, because everybody's like, why did you post it? I don't know. It was on my spirit to post it because she happened to pass away the same time as my father did. So I was grieving that. And when I saw that, it just all linked back together.
Yeah.
So when I saw him at the courthouse, he actually apologized and helped me. I was able to put it behind me. I was able to say, you know what? I know he did this. He admitted he did it. You know what I'm saying? And he apologized. So I think that was like God saying, you know what? I'm going to show you. People do wrong. I'm not perfect. I've done things too in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I might have hurt somebody along the way. But I tried, if I know it, to say I'm sorry. So just him saying I'm sorry, yeah, we lost everything. But still, at the same time, just that story was able for me to put that behind me and go forward. So now I'm happy and I'm in a good place.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for sharing that. And both rest in peace, both to your father and Daisy from Llewellyn from the show. That's a lot. And
Yeah,
I know you're hella grateful to be able to release that.
Oh yes, oh yes. It was like a major release because I'm a Scorpio. First of all.
It's the fiery part. It's the fiery.
It's like, if anybody know about us, we are like, what did you do? You know what I'm saying? And no, we have to go fight you now. You know what I'm saying? So for me being able to put that behind me and for him to even actually sit down and talk with me and kind of like explain things and tell me certain things, it was like a way. I mean, I actually cried when I was sitting there talking to him. And he was like, I'm sorry. And he didn't realize what he had did so much until after his daughter passed and I made that post.
Wow.
Even though, he should have known, but at that particular time, it hit home for him to really know.
Wow. That's something big, and that allowed you to have a lot of healing for yourself as well.
Oh yeah, I needed it. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And like, what do you account for your ability to move on and to heal in this way and to be good right now?
It's God. It's only God, because it's like anything else. There is no other way to say it. It is only God. God be like, and just like I was praying, that's the way he talked to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I be talking to him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not all the time. I be cursing and stuff all the time. But I be like, yo, God.
You're like, God, I come as I
I be like, God, this is what's going on right now. You know, what should I do? He be like, my child, sit down. It's like, I'm just joking. He'll be like that. He'd be like, look, this is what we gonna do. Just fall back. And I don't understand a lot of times. When he be like, fall back, I be like, no, I should push forward. He be like, no, fall back. You're gonna see. And then once I fall back and I actually listen, because there's been times when I don't listen, and I'll be like, dang, I should have listened, because this just is not going in my favor. You know what I'm saying? But when I listen, it's like I get to see how he be working on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like,
so real.
It's real. It's like, I don't even know how to tell about it. And I'm telling you, in 2020, y'all, I'm telling y'all better start listening. Y'all might call it intuition. Whatever y'all want to call it. It don't matter, because he answered to all those names. They say he got 72 names, but I think it's more like 72,000 names. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just listen to those intuitions, because those intuitions be God trying to tell you, don't go that route. You're going to get in a car accident, or slow down. The police is up the road. That didn't happen to me like 3 times. You know, driving in a carpool lane by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Ma'am.
And he like, slow down or get out the carpool lane. The police be like, woo, hey. You know,
let me find out. You really need God to hold on to you.
You know, that's right.
Take the wheel.
Take the wheel and
literally take the wheel. Well, I have heard a lot of things that are going on for you, Queen. I've heard one, there's a possible reality show in the works that's around you. I've also heard that you are interested in joining a cast of another reality show in Atlanta. And then I also heard about your nonprofit. So let's talk about these things that are going on for you.
Okay.
Is the reality show a thing?
It's close to a thing. It's close to a thing. That's all I can say about it. It's close to a thing, but until everything is like cemented and it's time to push forward, I can't really say anything because I don't want to.
You don't want to. I know. I get how entertainment works.
You know,
but I got excited when I heard the whispers about a possible show, a reality show.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be turned. Look, I can tell you this much because we are very, very close, and it's gonna be turned up. Turned.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Because it's the same, like the similar quality that we all saw with Tiffany New York Pollard. You have the same situation going for yourself. So I'm like, where is she? Okay, they gave her charm school. Okay, she won. Okay, now where's the next show? Where's the next thing? But you got to be careful too, right? Because reality TV show is not necessarily all it's cracked up to be.
No, it's not for everybody. I'm gonna tell you that. And like a lot of people, they're always concerned with the editing. But see, if you don't do certain things, there's nothing to edit. So it's you. It's just looking at a part of yourself that you be like, dang, I wish they couldn't have cut that. You know, because I was listening to some things with some singer ladies that be doing a reality show. And it was like, it's the editing. I was like, nah, bitch, that's you. That's you. That is
you gotta
you.
take the
the
reality part. You said that.
And it's like far as the nonprofit, that stems from my daughter because my daughter has an intellectual disability. So I started a nonprofit called Developmental Foundation, and it's basically for alternative methods to help people that have intellectual disabilities or autism. You know, we use like sound, there's lights, there's music, there's a lot of other things that can help more than just medications.
Right.
Not saying stop medications, because sometimes medications are needed because a lot of times, and a lot of people don't know this, usually when someone has a form of an intellectual disability, autism, cerebral palsy, or what have you, they usually have dual diagnosis with some form of mental illness as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So then there's medications. I don't know if it's something like, you know, in the brain that just kind of disconnects and it makes those connections with the mental illness or whatever, but it's always some form, you know, like 98% of everyone I talk to, parents, doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, everybody says the same thing. So we try to offer different methods and stuff to handle certain things so we can lessen the medications, because you don't want someone just to be medicated sitting there. You want them to grow. You want them to have a good life. You want to add quality to the life. You know,
that's
so
really
that's
dope.
the reason why I started.
Congratulations to you for stepping forward and doing something like that in a situation where a lot of parents can get very frustrated or, you know, just hopeless. But that's really amazing.
It's a lot because parents, as they know, it's like they want to be cheerful all the time, but you're not gonna be cheerful all the time, and you're not gonna sit there and be happy all the time. You know what I'm saying? No matter exactly, no matter what kind of parent or what type of child you have, you're not gonna be happy all the time, and we need that support from each other, especially when you're dealing with children or even adults with special needs. It's a lot. And it takes a lot of patience. And everybody ain't got patience all the time. You know what I'm saying? But with support, we could do this. You know what I'm saying? We could do this. We could do this. That's all I'm saying. We gonna do this, y'all. So people that
y'all make sure y'all stay tuned on our social
care of people that has, I'm just trying to tell them. So people that are dealing with children with special needs or adults with special needs, hit me up, DM me, so that I could keep you posted on what we're doing with the nonprofit.
Love that. Love that. I didn't want to skip it into the next question because, you know, I got to go back to my Atlanta reality show question. I'm not going to put too many other titles of said show out there, but just know it's Atlanta based.
Yeah, what does it say in American-based?
Any truth to the rumors out there about you being a part of that? Or
there's some truth to the rumors, but like I said, I can't really speak a lot on things until things are cemented.
Just come back, Saaphyri, when ink is dry, like all the way dry.
When the ink dries, and they say, you know what, Saaphyri, go ahead and speak on it, I'm be like, Danielle, let me tell you.
That's what we want. That's what we want. Let's talk about you and your lip chap. I remember lip chap. She said, you want some lip chap? In your viral clip, and you took that, another thing that you were able to take and move forward with, you took that and created actual lip chap and created a business from that. And we're in some 10 years in now?
Yes, 10 plus years in now.
Girl.
And it's like we started off as like little tins, you know, and stuff. And now we've progressed. So
look at you.
So when you go in the stores,
Stop black, y'all.
Okay, that's my little mini me. When you go in the stores, you see this, you know this is Saaphyri's lip chap. And we have tangerine, watermelon, strawberry, and peppermint. And
so
when
good.
I say they moisturize your lips, it's not like the others where you put on some wax and your lips crack underneath. No, it goes into your lips, moisturize. So when you put on your matte lipstick, you still gonna have matte, but your lips ain't gonna crack up under there. Yeah, we all know about the
I know the cracks. I know the cracks.
But it doesn't give you a gloss. There's no gloss, just moisturizing, conditioning.
I'm gonna give you some lip chap.
Oh, you definitely gotta get some lip chap, girl. And like I said, Saaphyri's lip chap is a unisex lip balm for girls, boys, and everybody in between.
Love that.
Anybody
She's a whole businesswoman, y'all. Well, Saaphyri, what have you learned about yourself as an entrepreneur? Especially, like you said, it's been over 10 years for this. You're starting other things, other ventures. What have you learned?
I learned that you have to stick with it because you can get like basically put off because there's so many different obstacles you have to do in order to just get started. You have to get to manufacturers. You have to get labeling. You have to get the product, everything. And it's like a baby and you kind of doing it and you don't see progress at that point. And then all of a sudden you see all this progress. It's like, you know, being pregnant and it's like your baby in your stomach cooking and you eat the right things, trying to give it the right things is the right, you like, please don't let my baby be messed up when it come out. You know what I'm saying? Let my baby have my eyes. You know what I'm saying? And then your baby come out and then you like, now I gotta present it to the world, but the baby still, you know, the head, you just gotta mold it, you know? And you know, you still gotta do other things for the baby,
shape it.
You know? But then the baby grows, and then next you know, you got this an adult, and you done went to school, and then it's the same thing with anything. It's the exact same thing. You're giving birth, and you give birth to it, and it takes baby steps on up till your baby has a baby. You know what I'm saying? So my baby will have a baby in a couple of months because we're going to be introducing new flavors.
Yes, queen. Keep giving birth. Keep giving birth. Yeah. I love it. Well, before you leave us, can you tell the people what you hope they know about Saaphyri Windsor, the person, not the reality show star, the Black woman?
Just know that Saaphyri, I try to do everything out of love. I try to do everything out of love. And yes, sometimes I do smack people. Not as much now.
I love you so much.
Not as much now because I'm more grown. But, you know, every now and then you have to smack people to bring them back to reality. Somebody, you know, you see the movies, somebody start go spazzing out and they be like, bow! And they come right
Snatch them back.
Same thing. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, so what I want people to know about me is that I will lead you with love and I'll give you the most honest answers that I'll have that comes through my brain. My brain might work a little different, but it's my most honestness. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I try to be honest with people. Yeah, I'm a human. I'm a human.
Love that.
I love people. Sometimes I dislike people. Sometimes I have sex with people. Sometimes I with people. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't think it's too many people that come back and be like, Saaphyri dogged me out or did me wrong. So I like that. And I think I want that to be part of my legacy, never to dog people out and do them wrong. So I think that's something I would want people to know about me.
Love that. Oh, you are such a joy, such a good-hearted human. And it's so amazing to see that you're still doing your thing and you're doing so much for others in the way that you are. And we rooting for you, girl.
Thank you, Danielle. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Oh, of course, Queen. I'm so excited to have met you. Hopefully the pandemic, we can see each other after it's over.